give an open statement.
Coach, if you want to tell us about tonight's event.
Tonight's event's Fun Day. For the first time in a long time, it kind of replaces Media Day, and where the student body actually come out and engage with men's and women's basketball team. We'll be introduced to the student body. They'll have three-point shootouts. They'll have slam dunk contests, and we have a lot of games and a lot of fun to try to generate the excitement as we come to opening of our basketball season this year.
And overall, how excited are you? Just days away. You guys have been practicing hard for a while now and just finally ready to tip it off?
Well, you know, it's a nervous energy right now. Preparing for a Dillard basketball team and an opening night where, the guys have been working hard and you're still trying to learn what to expect from each individual. And I don't really know that yet. Hopefully that we go out and perform the way we've been performing in practice. That's just about playing hard, and I think we give ourselves an opportunity to win the game in the end. But I'm excited about it and I'm nervous about it at the same time. But like I always say, we'll be in the Coliseum 2 hours early before the game.
Do you think they have a better understanding of what you expect from them than they did maybe 3-4 months ago?
Sure. One thing I must say, as much pressure I've probably been putting on the guys and pushing them to the hilt, that they have responded. We've had some inconsistent days, but you expect that as a coach, bringing in a brand new system and without having anyone ever engaged into your program before. So you got 12 guys learning something totally different. You don't have 2 or 3 guys that's back to help you at all. And also you got a staff. Even though, Coach Scott been with me, but the other guys really haven't been with me, and they're learning as we go as well.
Can you tell us about your point guard situation, where that stands past Jamil?
Jamil is the guy. I can say that with absolute certainty. And we have a couple of guys that's walk-ons that come after him, and they're working very hard and pushing him, but there's no question about it. Jamil has to play very good this season in order for us to have success. You got a few guys that's coming back with college experience. I think minute-wise, he played the most minutes out of anyone coming back. And, he's the coach on the floor, and I want him to understand that I have a lot of confidence in him. He's an extension of me, and, I just asked him to go out and make basketball plays and run the team. I like for him to be a little bit more vocal as a leader, but I depend heavily on him.
In terms of the overall progression, transition of the Southern basketball program, what are the goals? What do you really expect from your guys this season? Is it just in terms of playing a certain way? Is it a win-loss record, or what do you really expect?
Well, like I tell the guys, sometimes you can win a basketball game and don't play well, and sometimes you can win one and lose one and play well, and you can win one and you didn't play well. So right now, our expectations come out and play consistently hard every night and play with a lot of intensity. And I think that'll take care of the score as it relates to wins and losses. Right now, in the past we haven't had much success. Opening night is a big game for us. And I don't think in a few years that we won opening night. So right now I'm challenging the guys to come out and be their very best self. And that's possible to get this win, because after all, we got to go on the road and play some very tough games on the road after this game.
So did you retain everybody? Did anybody leave the program?
We basically retained everybody. Come in a situation, we actually lost one kid to academics. He actually had a 2.2 this summer, but it still wasn't high enough for when I came in. His GPA was too low. But actually, we retained everybody. That was the deal. I wasn't coming in running people off. And with APR now, you can't do that. So we're a family. They got me, I got them, and let's go with it.
Any more questions for Coach Banks?
Can you talk about the challenges of taking over your first program?
This challenge is kind of different. This program has a lot of rebuilding to do. It's not just from a basketball standpoint, but it's from a program standpoint. A lot of internal problems as it relates to our NCAA problems and APR problems. So it's not that the basketball team wasn't just successful on the court, but we wasn't successful off the court either. And we have to work hard to get scholarships back. We got to rebuild minds and rebuild this tradition. So as it relates to recruiting, people want to come here. And we have to change our business a little bit. And even game day environment for us, we're going to change our business a little bit, because I want this atmosphere to be just like if you went to a Hornets game, an LSU game, Tulane game, anything. I want us to be compared and be able to relate and be able to compete against anyone in any stage in our basketball program.
When you say changes related to game day and things like that, what can we expect then?
Well, you know, we on Fan Day. Fan Day is all about getting students back involved. And, you know, it's a great idea for us because, after all, right now, we need the students, we need the alumni, we need everybody to help us. We undermanned, sort of say, a little bit. The program's been struggling. Hopefully we can win as many games as the Lord bless us to win. But one thing they're going to know is we come out there and play hard. And hopefully they come out and push us and give us support, and they'll respect the way that we come out and compete against another team, or able them to come back and start building this tradition back where that Coliseum used to be full every night.
How about your front court, Coach? Can you just kind of speak to maybe being a little bit undersized and how you're going to combat that?
Well, you know, we had a scrimmage Sunday, and I looked on the floor, and we had one guy over 6'5" on the floor. We're going to be undersized. We're going to be undermanned, but we won't use that as an excuse. We're going to do some things of trapping and speeding up the tempo, hopefully to help us. That's the only thing we can do. You know, we are what we are. We have what we have. I'm not complaining about it. We all know the circumstances, but we're going to be excited every day we come out there on the floor, and we're going to compete until 40 minutes on the clock. And if it takes 45, we'll be there for 45 minutes.
Coach, how are you preparing the boys now with the new regime mentally for teams that have had more practice time, you know, with the cutbacks?
Well, you know, we don't let that be an excuse to us. You know, we dealt the rules, and we're going to abide by the rules. But one thing I encourage them to do is come get some extra work on their own. Even with all the practice time, you need extra work on your own. And so it just makes it even better and make them realize that, you know, we don't have as much practice time, so you need to come in and do some things and improve your craft on your own as well in order for us to compete this year. And if you got Jaguar spirit, Jaguar pride, then I think you'll do those things to come work out on your own and help us be better.
Any more questions for Coach Banks?
Thank you, Coach.
Coach.